Hello everybody, my name is Joy and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I saved on the first poem with an intention. I'm gonna try and attempt to get the official ending, get the real ending, or at least the most complete ending, and you can do that by getting all the CG images of every single one of these characters. So, I'm gonna go and first try for Sayori. So, she likes this stuff, right? Yes, okay. Adventure. In a wonderful? Yes. Landscape? No, shit. Okay. As long as I get most of them right. Let's see. Promise. Yes, promise. That's you. You're like that. Disoriented? No, damn it. Oh, she looks so much like Yuri when it comes to these poems. Okay. Let's see. Destiny? No! Stop making this so hard on me. Okay, I just had to load because I screwed up. Because I'm aiming too much towards Yuri. I really gotta find out what Sayori's poems are, so give me a second. Let's see. Imagination. You like imagination, right? Okay, I'm gonna do it by the books. I got a list here. Okay, so you like passion. You like... embrace. And alone. My god, that was not easy. Oh god, I'm not even done yet. Last one. What's the last one for Sayori? And Bliss. Okay, damn, that was a lot harder. The other two characters are much easier to guess for. Hi again, Level Joy. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. It was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Level Joy. Okay, what I'm gonna do... Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, I can't skip this, never mind. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even... Oh, so you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Wow, I switched it like 3 characters. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Joy always gives his best as long as he's having fun. It helps me with messy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. So Yuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Joy can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it really is not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking... I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want it. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? This is different. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So, it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative mind.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could.
Cupcakes.
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. Wow. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, I think this is one of those CG scenes. Okay, not weird at all.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy.
It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Phew, that's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So, if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like that. He'd take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori?
Oh, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Okay. Joy, I can't wait. Oh, sorry, I'm just looking at my steps here for what I'm supposed to do to make sure I'm not getting distracted. Okay, no, that still looks good.
I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook, and on the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Obviously, my sweet Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
Oh my goodness, this is so good! I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer!
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez, I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a bit more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't just like it because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a joy poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheets against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something you only really good people do.
Oh, shush! Shush alarm. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay.
Now you read my poem too, alright? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay, who should I show my poem to next? I don't think that matters who you show to next. No, doesn't matter. Let's just go ahead and see what Natsuki thinks.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes?
Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass.
Ugh.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I still like this poem. It's such a cute, simple little poem.
Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't have made your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do greater things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about people writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I sure won't. Okay, Yuri. Let me show you my poem. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers. I still can't skip. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think it's the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers, that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosted in the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Oh, you wanted to dumb it down for me? Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Joy. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Is everything still okie dokie? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay, last but not least, Monica. Hi, Joy. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Joy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's sort of the barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that might be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I said like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot.
It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the speckle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
So, what do you think?
It's very free-form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Phew, you can say that again. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to read something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Can you stop beeping, please? Thank you. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something... whatever, you know what she says. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Ugh, if I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, enjoyed it too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. But you haven't yet. And Joy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what... you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Joy appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Joy started showing up.
Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Joy, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn how to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her level, Joy.
Oh, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Joy?
Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So who's that going to be? Help me, Sayori! Help me, I can finally ask for help. Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Joy, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody liked... Stop!
Okay, that wasn't really her voice, but who cares?
Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because...
Well...
Also... Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see herself get hurt. In some horrible pre-programmed way.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Joy, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Joy? Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Oh, what do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Atsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Joy, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Let's do this. Alright, second poem. Hold on, let me save here. Not save over my first file, mind you. In fact, I'm just gonna do it here. Okay. So, what is my next step? I'm not done with this yet. I actually have to play through the game about 3 times. So this is gonna be a long-ass video. So, let's figure out... See, I don't believe it matters for the story who you're gonna go with now. But I'm still gonna go with Sayori just to be sure. So... Okay, and laugh. I'm getting a little bit better at finding the words, but geez, still not easy for her to guess. By the way, that music in the background, that sounds really weird now that I know the end song of Monica. It just sounds a little bit dark to me, but I guess that's the intention. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Oh, hold on, let me check on my recording. Still seems to be going well. Good, good. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Joy.
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Let's see, what am I supposed to do? Right.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets all the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins found out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book.
Yuri, told you to let me borrow some money.
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I get too absorbed into my book.
I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You're right, though. I did something bad and I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That.
Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Yep, it's Monica. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Slap? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow! What was that? A cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution?
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. That's actually really because if you remember what happened in the previous episodes, Natsuki is malnourished, basically. She doesn't get food from her parents. She just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot just over a cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her.
Ugh, jeez.
I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh, right. Sayori suddenly leans in and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori...
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do. Blah, blah. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true.
Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall.
Wow. Excuse me, just choking to death here.
To be honest, I just kinda lost track of time.
That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay! That sounds really cool.
I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Joy.
Let me just push everyone away with my butt. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share it once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. I choose to leave Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
Joey!
Sayori suddenly comes up to me.
I'm gonna get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me?
Supplies? What for?
Well, you know, the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, some markers, and glue sticks.
I see. Sure, I'll go with you.
Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon.
Are you going with Joy to get the supplies? There's no need to troll yourself. I'd be happy to go with him.
Oh, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff.
Okay, alright. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay?
Okay. Ready, Joy?
Yep, let's go. Oh man, I'm not gonna hang on to this for the entire episode. This is gonna take a while. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it up into bits. I'm not done with this episode yet. I will wait until I have to reload again. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature.
Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry.
Is that so?
Yeah. We're gonna do a poetry performance.
A performance? Of what kind?
Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems.
That sounds kinda dull.
Joy, you're not thinking about the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poems like, "Between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland." Like that.
Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's possible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that.
You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know.
I know. It's just meant that it's an ordinary contrast to your cute self. I should have done it with more passion, shouldn't I?
Don't say that. It's embarrassing. But I guess it means I'm doing a good job.
Wow. Yeah, I guess so. Sorry, I got the hiccups suddenly. Go away.
I'm so excited. The festival is gonna be so much fun.
Sayori pins herself around the hallway again.
Hey Joy, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission.
The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more.
So going adventuring with Sayuri brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayuri heads straight to the closet and I follow.
Let's see what we have in here. Crayons!
Sayuri pulls out a box full of crayons off the shelf.
They're the best brand too.
They're kinda dirty though. Sayuri starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find...
Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color.
Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper.
I dropped one by accident.
Sayuri bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. Ah! She falls to the floor and crayons spill all over her lap.
Ow!
You okay?
My forehead.
Sayuri clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayuri, that's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayuri is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayuri.
But it hurts.
Just do it for a second. Sayuri slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side.
Ow.
Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gotta swell up. You should find some ice.
Joy, where would I even find ice around this time?
I guess a cold drink will do?
You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn.
Even wincing from the pain, Sayuri makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
I pat Sayuri on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I didn't expect to see so many new scenes, by the way. There's still a lot to be discovered here. I'll look at the nearest vending machine. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in this, I suppose if you're this far into the video, you kind of like the theories and stuff behind it. There's a couple of guys that I will put on the screen right now that have really picked apart every single hint and clue about this game. Like everything there is to be found, I think. At least they've gotten a very long way. And it's super interesting if you like theories and stuff. There's also the episode of Game Theory. They kind of go into it, but it goes so much further than that, really. They have deciphered everything in the most ridiculous way. It's impressive to see, honestly. Okay, done with that. Done with the commercial thing. Let's help Sayuri, who is dying. I'll look at the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayuri likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. Just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayuri. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayuri, here. I hand Sayuri the bottle of apple juice.
It's nice and cold.
Sayuri opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayuri, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot.
Sorry, I forgot.
How hard did you hit your head? Sayuri places the bottle against the bump on her head.
It stings.
Just bear with it, it will feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good.
Hey, Joy? This kind of reminds me of growing up, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
You know, how we used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or I had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. You would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know.
Did I really do that?
Yeah, don't you remember?
Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so confused, so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way it was my fault. Kinda like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head.
Joey, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart.
Don't call me that. And I don't really like this kind of... I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long.
Really? Maybe you're right.
Stop beeping. Leave me alone. I'm trying to shut it off.
Joy, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it will be like this forever?
Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises, but... well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up.
I'm so happy.
Sayuri has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside, but that when I see her when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back.
I don't want to worry Monica, do you?
Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way.
Not if I hide it under my bangs.
Sayuri hops to her feet.
Ah!
She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. Well, that's bad if she gets up and it still hurts. I mean, it hurts more because she's standing up. That might be, some serious internal damage. Sayuri plays with her bangs to try and hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room.
Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was about ready to start with sharing our poems. Sayuri, your forehead.
She's fine, don't worry about...
I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf.
Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed?
Uh-huh, I have it right.
Sayuri frantically glances around herself.
I forgot all the stuff.
Calm down, Sayuri. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too.
Ah, sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Joey.
Well, Sayuri... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayuri.
I needed an adventure.
Yeah, that.
Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight.
Me too.
Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems?
Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Okay, let's get to the poems. I'm gonna play until I reach the next poem point, because, let's see. Wait, no, I can't do that, I think. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's go. Let's go with Sayuri.
Joy, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so...
No way. Not even Atsuki?
Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you.
What?
Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things, like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time.
I don't know if I understand.
You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayuri? I pat Sayuri's head.
Hey, I'm not a kid, you know.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe.
Sayuri starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey, Joy, will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it.
What? Oh, hold on. I gotta stretch. Oh, God. Keep the blood flow going. Ow, my back. This game is causing me to atrophy into the position of my chair. This is bad.
Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me.
Sayuri, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Sigh. Are you ever listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home.
Really?
Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayuri hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. Being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayuri clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking.
I'm a little clumsy today.
Let's sit down, Sayuri. Yeah. I grab Sayuri's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem.
Sorry if I forgot about that, but it's not as good as yours.
Geez, don't worry, I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. Above my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hidings in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do I have my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends. My friends who aren't smiling, they're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Holy crap. So Yuri, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself, with the dying. So Yuri's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, let's get to Natsuki. Let's see what she's got to bitch about this time.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew.
Huh? Phew what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be good as me someday.
Sorry, I'm still kind of stuck in the Sayuri voice. Something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayuri's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayuri has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That was a little unnecessary, but thinking of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really, really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers.
And I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay, oddly specific.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of his poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter, it can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of. Afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. Are you still mad at me? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday? Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true. Meaning, when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no. Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much. How can I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. So, please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monika wants, but it's not fair to you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please. It makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I said to myself, all I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. Okay, and Monika once again. Hi again, Level Joy. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people. So don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, clean, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Right, yeah, this is probably the hint I was looking for. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes, asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. So Yuri has been working on posters and I've decided some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monica. Yeah, we're all going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So Yuri's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. So Yuri, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys.
No, Sayuri. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask from them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put out a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent, so Yuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I just have to get it over with. Alright.
Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have any choice.
That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Ha, you don't know how true that is. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of one of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way.
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. So Yuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. And finally, Monica finishes her recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next to Yuri? I'll go next.
Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri.
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It is almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
So Yuri hops out of a chair and cheerfully walks the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggle.
So Yuri, it's a lot
harder than I thought. How do you guys did it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine like you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it will come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
So Yuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayuri's voice almost gives that a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayuri meant when she said she liked my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayuri finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayuri.
Even Joy liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayuri. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems would work as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do that in front of everyone.
Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now who's next? Mitsuki?
Don't make me go before Joy. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway.
Might as well let Joy lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki.
It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if given life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Oh well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
No, I definitely relate to Natsuki in this regard.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that all of you have an idea of what it's like now. My voice is giving out. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait.
I can do this. I can do this. Alright. Now stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? These guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
That's okay, Joy. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. Like, how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. She would ask that anyway, even though I paid no attention to Yuri at all. I would walk home with you. I would still walk home. Oh, I don't know if this is important. I would still walk home with Sayori. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
But she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Joy. You think about me too much sometimes.
Yuri would deserve
it if she wanted it, so...
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay, and I'm back here. My god. Okay, I'm gonna save. Not here, but there. Okay, this is my holy save, the first one. That's my sacred save. Nobody touch that. Okay, I am done for now. I have to pretty much play through the game 3 times. So now I'm doing the Sayori route. And I'm gonna have to tell her that I love her. And then I have to load my save file from the first poem. So I need to reload this one. And then do something with Natsuki. Then hang out with Natsuki and then do a bunch of other stuff. But I'll explain it later. It's not important now. So thank you so much for watching. This is a ridiculously long video, I would imagine. But I don't suppose you care. I mean, people really seem to like these series. And I do too. I mean, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty great. It's really unique. It's something I haven't really seen before. So anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!